Scotty Can't Do Comedy News Network. My name is Hubert Doyleberg, and this here is...
Oh. Hey, I'm Largeman, small suit. Thanks, Hubert. I appreciate it, man. Did you see in the back? They had this the suit chilling back there. It was this many, man. It's pretty sweet.
That's my suit.
Our next guest coming on with us, we have the father of a old Make-A-Wish kid. This is Timmy Senior. Timmy?
Yeah, thank you for having me on the show. Things have been difficult lately, but I wanted to come on and give an update to the viewers on Timmy's condition.
Yeah. What's going on with little Timmy? How's he doing?
Unfortunately, Timmy has passed.
Oh.
He not due to cancer. He was caught in a gang fight in a shootout.
Oh.
And he took a bullet to the chest.
Was that
Went right through the Spider-Man.
Was that during his Make-A-Wish stuff?
Tommy always wanted to be a gangster, and this was his opportunity. This was his time to shine. And now he's gang banging with angels now.
So, did you get to keep the bullet at least?
Yeah. Oddly enough, it had Timmy's name on it. I keep it in a little case by my nightstand, and I try to forcibly shove it through my skull sometimes.
That is absolutely beautiful. What a wonderful story. I'm so glad to hear that he didn't die from his ass cancer.
Yes, thank you for joining us. I couldn't handle that. That was a pretty sad story. Yeah, you want some? Hey, nice. I like this guy. Fuck that Smallman guy. At least this guy knows how to have fun. You want to hit the bars afterwards?
Yeah,
Awesome, man. Awesome.
Don't tell your dad though. We're not supposed to be friends.
Okay. Our next guest coming up here is a bow hunter out of New England. This is Hobbin Rood. Hobbin?
Well, mighty fine of you to invite me onto your show here, Mr. Largeman and Hubert.
It's good to have you here. Say, what kind of hunting do you do with this bow?
A lot of billionaires. I really enjoy killing the rich people who blatantly use their money to do nothing for the betterment of society, just as my grandfather wished.
How has the billionaires going to space been affecting your business?
Oh, you're gonna find out real soon. It's gonna be a challenge. So soon enough, we'll find out a little bit more about that. But right now, it's we're just we're in the works.
Who's your next target?
Well, I can't give away too much proprietary information, but I can tell you that if you exploited the lives of millions of people for your own vanity and use of money in which you don't really fucking need, you're gonna be next.
It sounds like you're talking about all billionaires right now.
Well, I don't believe there's been any question I wasn't.
So one further question.
Yes.
What do you do with all of the money after you kill said billionaires?
Usually I actually use it to develop communities that are in need, and I don't know, crazy thing is like there's lots of kids that need fucking fed, and kids who are refused food at school because they have something called fucking lunch debt.
So what made you want to get involved with socialism?
Oh, well, you know, the biggest fun fact about socialism is that it doesn't actually exist, and that all constructs of government are just a fucking lie that have been created in order for people to fight about, so that way billionaires can get away with their fucking absurdities.
Thank you. So,
hey, thank you so much for having me.
We appreciate your help in the wealth crisis in America.
Thank you so much. Again, it's a pleasure being on the show.
Well, it was so nice to have our very special guest and listen to his heartwarming story about how he's rebuilding America one broadhead at a time.
Broadhead. Just like your mom. So, next up on Scotty Can't Do Comedy News Network, we have our lead hipster analyst on the newest trends on TikTok.
Oh shit.
This is Wilbur Norrison.
Guys, I'm Wilbur, and I'm on fleek all the time, no cap, full stop.
So, can you give us a bit of a rundown on all these TikTok trends that the kids are talking about?
Hell yeah, guys. See, what you gotta do now to be cool is jumping jacks upside down. Let me demonstrate for you. Check it out, kids. Do this at home. Home.
It's remarkable how he can land on his head like that.
I know, I don't understand, but you know what? It's okay.
Yeah. So that's what you want to do if you want to get 2 million likes.
Well, thank you. That was a glorious bit on the TikTok trends and upside down jumping jacks.
Still just amazed how he can land on his head like that.
You
Can't
know?
be protecting much.
No. Now we go to our Dominatrix Expert. This is Susie Screams.
Hey there, large man. Good to see you again. And Hubert, you dirty Hubert.
How about them ropes?
Oh, yeah. So, them ropes are getting a lot more popular with kids these days. And it actually started because millennials were using ropes to try to hang themselves, but then didn't realize that autoerotic asphyxiation is such a huge cum-splosion you have afterwards. So them ropes are really popular right now and very, very much in.
So, how do you teach kids where to ride that line between absolute euphoric orgasm and certain death?
It is a finite line, but when you realize the current state of the world, it's, who actually cares? Because either way, you either come or you die, and that's kind of a cool thing. You win. There's not much room to lose, Largeman.
So do you plan on dying while coming?
God, I can only wish. But, it's also really difficult because then you have your family that's going to have to be in there to see you, which is why I always recommend doing this with somebody else, so that way they can help clean you up and take care of you and then alert the authorities after you've come into the next life.
Great. Thank you, Susie. And I'm hoping to hear you scream later tonight.
Oh, I'm sure you are, Largeman. Thanks so much for having me. It's been such an absolute pleasure.
Well, folks, that was Susie Screams bringing us a little bit of a bit on autoerotic asphyxiation. And that was quite colorful.
Next up, we have our next Make-A-Wish child. This little girl only wanted to work at Louis Vuitton before she passed away to her breast cancer. Lily Hammers.
Welcome to the show, Lily. It's nice to have you.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
So, tell us a little bit about your Louis Vuitton venture.
Well, as you can see, it's going quite well. I am the best looking person in the world, and my clothes are the best. And I deserve so many gold stickers.
So, are they going to give you gold stickers for walking down the runway?
I'm not a model, I'm a designer, honey. Jeez. Do
Oh.
your research.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
But, I
sorry.
mean, if you want to see me strut, I will.
No, it's okay. It's okay. Have you designed any cool clothing recently?
Yeah, designed like a dress, designed like 2 shirts, designed like, yeah.
Nice.
Are there any clothing options available for men that you plan on designing?
Ew, no. Boys are gross.
Boys
Boys
are
are
gross.
gross. That's
Yeah.
so cute. And how much are they paying you?
Probably like $1 million.
like $1 million. Oh, that's just so heartwarming.
So nice.
Well, thank you for being on here.
Yeah, thank you for
Miss
having
Hammers.
me. I'll see y'all on the billboards.
Well, folks, by the look of it, it seems as if Lily might be making friends with Robin here sometime in the near future, but that is none of our concern.
That was a great segment.
For our next segment, we have a ventriloquist, a very popular ventriloquist from Indonesia that's coming on the set to talk about his tour in the United States. So will you please welcome
Wang Johnson. So Wang, what who do you have with us today?
This is just my little bud Grizzle.
Grizzle.
Grizzle, yeah, he's a little scam. Oh, kill you and eat your nuts.
Oh.
Oh, Grizzle.
Oh, that's so funny.
So how many of these little marionettes do you have?
Oh, it's just me and Grizzle. We just tour around and make silly jokes and songs for kids, you know, just making kids laugh and maybe learn a thing or two. The flesh of the young is the tastiest.
And where's your tour starting?
Starting doing a lot of basement shows. Probably your mom's basement.
Oh, did I happen to mention, Hubert, that I am terrified of puppets?
No, you did
Oh.
not.
But this is such a nice, gentle guy. Here, let me just show you.
No, please, please,
Oh,
no,
fuck you in the
no. That reminds me of when I was a child and this man in this grape costume broke in. Next up, we have our Jedi of the South. This is Jedi.
Well, howdy, y'all. My name's Jedi Dia. You can call me Mr. Dia. I like to die.
Right.
Thanks for having me on.
Yes, and thanks for being here. So you are one with the Force, but how does the Force go along with your Southern culture, your Southern nature?
Well, see, down south we like to force things. We like to force things on people. Getting a little excited. Hold on. You know, being able to use that force in a way that your sister won't tell on you is most important, most imperative, if I may.
Right. And I hear you're from a long line of Jedi, but none of them are off of a different family tree. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, you could call us like a family thorn bush or something. You know, it's important that we keep the pure blood in the. Sorry, them damn skeeters. It's important that we keep the fresh blood, belated blood. Oh, so sorry, guys. I'm getting a little excited again. It's just we make sure that everybody's alright.
So, what exactly can you utilize your Jedi powers for in the South?
Oh yeah, there's so along with being able to be forceful, we also like to tell people that we're their daddies. Yeah, just like the Jedi would. Being able to use the mind control so that way cousin doesn't think that it was you, and maybe she thinks that it was D'Artagnan, her crush, who's also her uncle's son.
So why do you hold your lightsaber like that, and why does it seem to grow when you're having different thoughts?
Well, I see. This is my penis. It doesn't see the southern sun as much, which is why it's all super white. But as one of the mutations from being bred by my mom, sister, and my uncle, dad, is that it actually, if I play with it and wiggle it a bit, it'll
Oh, it's lighting up blue and red.
Yeah. See, that happens after you fucked 16 cops.
And I'm assuming they're also all in your family.
Well, obviously, I mean, they mostly sit around the junction with their bottles that say XXX on it. But we all know the real XXX is going on there. Well, it would appear that I got the excitement that I got to take care of real quick. So thank you for having me on your show, Tallman. Oh.
Yes. You please leave our studio before you take care of that.
Well, it was very nice to have our Jedi Dia friend to come visit us, and I hope for the sake of all of our safety and sanitation that he takes care of his sparkling blue and red balls elsewhere.
You know, Doyleberg, I shouldn't have given you that cocaine. You need to pull it together.
I've been trying. Next up, we have a barbarian taxidermist by the name of Julio Gronk. You will love what he has to say about his taxidermy on interesting endangered species.
Greetings.
Oh, Julio. It's a very booming voice out of
Thank you,
someone
Julio.
of your stature.
Julio, very proud of his voice.
I would be too. Is that Panda? Paws?
No, this is from a Wendigo.
Oh.
The rest of it is hung up on my wall.
Can you explain to us what a Wendigo is?
It is Wendigo.
Is that what you named your panda?
Wendigo.
I'm gonna have to check up on our consultant Popo here in a little bit.
I think that might be a wise idea.
Wait, you know Popo?
Yeah, of course I know Popo. Popo's been on our network quite a few times.
Well, don't tell Popo. It's fine. It's Wendigo. But don't tell Popo.
Well, I'm worried now about Popo.
Popo fine. Popo 80% billionaire.
What? Where are you from exactly?
I am from a far-off, long-forgotten land known as Jurassic Park.
Jurassic Park. Okay. That sounds like an interesting area full of parkas.
I was frozen in ice for millennia and woke up here and immediately started hunting fantastic creatures.
Can you tell us more about your taxidermy?
Yes, I'd be happy to. Julio stuffed dragons. Julio stuff smaller dragons. Julio stuff bears with antlers.
Are you on any medications?
I smoke the herbs of my ancestors.
All right, we need to get this barbarian out of here. He needs to. He probably needs to get looked at.
Don't worry, I'm on it, boss.
Thank you.
Ah! By the powers of the old gods!
Second one for good timing.
Yeah, drugs are good for him.
Oh, you wanted drugs in that?
Oh no.
For our next segment, we have our analyst Scotty here to tell us about some interesting addictions from females in the recent past regarding inmates in prison.
That are bald with accents.
Yes, thank you so much for having me on the show. One thing that's very important about this topic is that it did not come as much of a surprise to us female stalkers that, when we're looking at this data, when we're collecting and gathering this information, we know that women are attracted to men with criminal history. So the prisoner side of this wasn't as big of a deal. We knew that women loved men with accents. But realistically, what caught us by surprise was the trend going to bald, and just how addicted the women are getting to these bald prisoners with accents.
Has any of the research indicated as to what it is about the baldness, the lack of hair on a man's head that women are attracted to, or is it still just a mystery?
Well, What's really important to note is that these trends do go up and down, obviously, and there was a big thing, the hair pulling being quite the turn on for women, but now actually they are finding it a lot more appealing for men who are bald, who can just go head in first, just dive in that pussy, if you will, as famous rappers have previously indicated in songs. Gen Z is now bold enough to take this as real advice, and this is kind of what's creating this influence.
Great, thank you very much.
Thanks so much for having me.
Next up here, we have Mo, our art analyst, here to tell us about rare pictures.
Thank you, Largeman. It's a pleasure to be here. There's some fascinating things going on lately in the world of art. I'm actually here at a museum in Portugal, and this city is celebrating rare pictures of faces in sleeves. As you can see, these are all based off actual models whose faces are in shirt sleeves. It's this weird, fascinating new concept, and frankly, the art critic in me is enjoying a little bit of oddity.
Awesome. And did Abraham Lincoln have anything to do with any of these people's inspirations to this art?
Yeah, in a way, I believe.
Yeah.
This is largely in part to anti-Abraham activists, because as you can see by my shirt, which I got at the merch store, Abraham Lincoln was very anti-sleeves.
Right.
And so this is a way to sort of throw that back and show that our 16th president wasn't infallible.
So from what I understand, these shirts are actually being made with sleeves, and then they're cutting them off and using them for art.
Yeah, they'll cut the sleeves off for you at the table when you go to buy the shirt. It is a form of performance art as well as merch.
Gotcha. How many different types of art forms are there going on right now for this faces and sleeves movement?
So tonight's gallery is all oil paints. Later this week there will be actual models that'll be sitting in the displays with their heads shoved into sleeves.
Gotcha.
There'll also be sculpting and crocheting.
Awesome. Well, that sounds like quite the art festival and gallery.
Absolutely. As I said, I'm very excited about this weird little niche gallery.
Thank you for tuning in to Scotty Can't Do Comedy News Network. Signing off. I'm Largeman Smallsuit.
And I am Hubert Doyleberg.
Thank you.
Yeah.